Alright, sorry about that delay, guys. Sorry about the delay. But alright, here we go. Alright. Give me 1 second here. Just gonna pull over a chart. Alright, boom, here we go. Alright, so this morning, not too much gapped up at the moment. You guys could see, looking at these gappers here, top gapper in the market is only up 24%. And it's a little bit out of my float range of liking. I like trading stocks under 10 million float. Well, you could see the two top gappers here. Brew is a buyout, so this is gonna go sideways. You have to see here. I think this got bought out yesterday and after hours, so it's gonna go sideways. You can see here KDMN 126 million in float. LTS here 135 million in float. SNCR light volume. AVEO high float, good volume, but the float's a little too high for me. AMRN, we do have this one on watch. This is a mid cap that I think does have some really good potential today to go on a some sort of move today. DGSE, kind of in that float range we like, but only 95,000 shares traded. So you guys can see, just went through some of these top gappers, and you can see not really much here that's of interest, at least for me. SLDB here, on the other hand, this is on potential dead cat bounce watch. You can see here we had a massive gap down from what did we drop from? Around this $11 area. So we dropped from $11 to $3. Now let's look at some of the stats here on SLDB. What I do like about this one is, look at this, the short float to 22% here. So we do have 22% of the short, of the float here. That's short the stock. So SLDB here, we could definitely see this thing, maybe get back up to maybe this, this $4 area in, as we open on up this morning. What have we been seeing recently? We've been seeing a lot of dead cat bounce out. We saw LPCN yesterday. We watched this one on the live stream yesterday. This one went on a nice little pop here right out of the gates. See, right out of the gates here, went from 60 cents to close to 90 cents. So nice one yesterday on LPCN. But what do we know about this setup? Not one you want to hold and have a high target, kind of one of those plays where you want to, just get in and out, maybe a 2-to-1 target, maybe 3-to-1 max. So don't have an outrageous target for these dead cat bounce setups. Yes, you may have that one unicorn that may, run back up to, I don't know, like $2-3, but most of the time they're going to go on, maybe 30, 40, 50 cent pops and, come back on down. Because over the overall sentiment, it was a negative on it. You're just looking for a quick little bounce. What else we saw? We saw ANAB. Remember ANAB? We played that one on the live stream on Friday. This one went on a nice little bounce. I think we also had IFMK. Remember IFMK? This one went on a nice little bounce. This one I remember, dropped all the way to, look at that. The low of the day was 37 cents, and it ran up to $1. So that's a nice return right there if you guys, caught that one on IFMK. So we haven't seen this setup lately. Work pretty well in this market, so got to keep it on watch this morning. Got to keep it on watch. I'm going to be watching SLDB. Was a strategy I used to use back in the day, a few years ago. Haven't seen it work as well, maybe in the last year or two, but recently, the past few weeks, we've been seeing it a lot. So going to keep it on watch, as we start this morning on SLDB. So that's the first one on watch. Next, we have AMRN. AMRN also going to be on watch. It did have positive data. I would bring up the news headline, but don't want to hit you guys with the Yahoo Finance ad. Every time I bring over Yahoo Finance, we get hit with an ad, and I don't want to hurt your guys' ears. You don't want to hear your eardrums, so you guys can look up the news yourself on AMRN. But they did have very positive data on AMRN. This stock, very nice range so far on the day. Very nice range. We've traded almost 5 million shares in pre-market. Look at the baseline volume for a $20 stock is very good here. So we're doing very nice volume, very nice price action so far on AMRN. Good positive data. This thing has gone on some nice rips in the past. Had some days where it had some really nice range. You see this day it had a gap up here. Had a nice $3-4 range there. You can just go back and see this one just trades on nice daily range. On AMRN, you could see 1750, 1950, so it trades $2, $3, $4 range. So today gapped up on good news with some good volume. Definitely want to keep it on watch on AMRN. You're gonna map out this $19 line. And also, I like to look at the 3 minute a lot on some higher price stocks. So we got our EMA lines here right around this 820, 840-ish mark. So I like to look at the 3 minute time frame for mid caps and large caps, even the 5 minute too. So this one I'll definitely be keeping on watch on AMRN this morning. All right, next we have TRNX. TRNX was this was yesterday's play over on TRNX. Had a nice late day fade. You can see into the close. It went on a nice little fade here. Had a lot of trouble getting over this 275 mark. Put in a lower high, and then went on this little bit of a death candle here, and then it faded right into the close. So this morning gap down 5% here. Gonna have a lot of long baggage from yesterday. This is not a micro float either on TRNX, so I'll be watching this one into pops. I'll be watching that 220 line, the 230 line. Probably be risking that 250 line. If we could get up towards this area, 220, 230s, 240s. Maybe look to start in some, pick up some on the short side. Risking that 250 line. If we get over 250, start to hold, consolidate. I'll definitely be heading out the door on TRNX. It'll be moved over to the bullish side. What do we got here? APDN, 700K float. Want to confirm that? Just want to confirm that. All right, so it looks like we have APDN here, micro float here, with news 18 minutes ago. So I want to keep this one on watch. Alright, so I just want to keep that one on watch. APDN here and SNCR here also moving on up. Still light volume here on APDN, 15K shares, but with that low in float, 700K, with a news headline, do want to keep it on watch. SNCR also here, moving on up. 29 million in float, a little bit higher, but we could also give this one a watch as well, into the open. Alright, but yeah, TRNX, like I said, the game plan is on this one. Game plan on this one is, look to short into weak pops, into prior day resistance levels. So that's going to be the game plan on that one. And that's really it. So AMRN, TRNX, SLDB, and we could watch some of these newer plays that just popped up, SNCR and APDN. So those are going to be the watches for this morning. So I'm going to put SNCR here on the top. Looks like this one's getting some good volume towards it. APDN, recent reverse split as well. Never traded over 300K shares. Alright, yeah, so APDN definitely going to be keeping it on watch. You can't sleep on something that low in the float. Spreads are a little bit big too. So we'll see. Really need something to spark up this market. It just takes one stock. Yes or SES. Remember that? Just takes one stock. Most of the time, it is a low float stock. Just takes that one low float stock to really rip on up to bring volume back in. So that's really what we need right now. Just need that one play to run 200-300% in one day. Not one of these multi-day runners. I mean, that doesn't excite me that lot. that much, but we'll see. Alright, we got about 6 minutes. We open on up here. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink of water. Alright, I'm back here. Let's see, Ricky SNCR filling the upper gap. Yeah, and we could see this gap close reversal. Kind of filled that gap. Could see some profit takers up here. Could see some shorts loading up. Seeing this gap close reversal. So we'll see here on SNCR. What happens here. I feel like for penny stocks right now, we don't have that one play with all the eyes on it. Don't have that one play at the moment with any sort of tension towards it. I would probably say SNCR has it right now. But I'm not really too interested in SNCR right here. Like we said, the gap close reversal right here, a little bit higher in the float. Just a weird time to come out with a news press release. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. 3 minutes till we open on up. Let me throw up the new scanners here. Gonna be watching SLDB right out of the gates. Also gonna be watching AMRN, and I do want to keep an eye on APDN. I want to see if we get any sort of volume over there on APDN. All right, we got about just about a minute here till we open on up. So I'll have a good trading day. Make sure you guys are taking good, proper setups. No FOMO. Stick to your game plan. And let's see what we have in store for today. Throw up one more level 2 here. Alright, so the top's going to be SNCR. Currently up almost 50% right in here. And then I'm also going to I'll keep SLDB at the bottom. This one I think has some good potential for a dead cat bounce here. You too, George. Good luck. Let's keep this good momentum rolling here. You want to see some sort of higher lows here on SLDB. I'm going to get involved with that one. And we do have that $3 line too. Could act as that bottom support mark. All right, here we go. We're open up. We're open here. Yesterday, we did just see LPCN just take on off yesterday without any sort of pullback. So hopefully it's not the case here on SLDB. APDN, massive spreads. That's really large spreads over there on APDN. Let's see. SNCR. Trying to consolidate here. Trying to hold that 550 mark. But a lot of selling volume right out of the gates there on SNCR. TRNX hoping for a some sort of weak volume pop there. AMRN. Kind of going sideways here. Let's see if it can hold 19 bucks as support. SLDB still watching it, still holding on up here. Do have a bidder there, 20K. There's APDN, quick pop here on APDN. Could definitely see some chat rooms move in here on APDN with this type of large spread. So this one could potentially get halted here if do have volume move in here. So watch it here on APDN. This one could definitely get crazy here, guys. 700K float, just very large spread, so you do got to be careful. You got to be careful there. If you're playing that one out, I'd say maybe size down a bit. It's a very thin name also. So you guys can see how massive the spreads here are on APDN. Just for a second there, it was like 30, 40 cents. You know, it's tough to get involved with something like that. Even though I love APDN, I love the float. You know, love the 700K float. Just the spreads are so massive. The volume's kind of light here. Yeah, I think the best thing for APDN would be maybe this thing to, you know, consolidate a little bit and then maybe curl, make like a U-shaped pattern around like 10 o'clock. I mean, hey, if it just goes up parabolic from here, good for APDN. You know, it'd spark up this market, but it's kind of tough to get in, you know, just a second here on APDN. But I do like it, though. There's a TRNX pop too. Alright, so let's see here. Over $7 again here on APDN. Wow, nice. JWAG over in chat. $6 to 710. Nice scalp there. Excuse me. Remember, guys, float's only 700K here, so you don't need too much volume here to go, but definitely agree with you there on stock block. Nice dips there too on AMRN. Wasn't really paying attention to it, but nice dips there. Held $19 pretty well there on AMRN. Now back up here near the highs. Was kind of sleeping on it. There was kind of a few plays I was watching, so kind of missed that one there on AMRN. Nice, Sean. In APDN 611. Does that mean you got out at 7? If you did, great job. That's sick. So I'm watching a few plays here. I'm watching a few plays at the moment. I am still watching SLDB for a possible dead cat bounce here. I'm watching TRNX for some more pop to possibly get short into. I am just keeping an eye on APDN. Kind of would like to see that one pull back, maybe hold 650s for like 15-20 minutes, and then you'll move back on up right around 750. There goes APDN, AMRN coming up to $20 here. Alright, so here's this pullback on APDN. Don't want to see it retrace all of its gains. I want to see it retrace everything. Maybe these at $6 line. We'd like to see like hold up as that kind of that last area. Maybe over under 590s, and then we'll look for a possible curl back on up. Alpha Lam, just keep it stockulated, bud. Just keep it stockulated in here. Not really sure what you mean by the market is zombie led. Not really sure what you mean by that. Alright, let's see APDN. SLDB slowly curling on up. Slowly started to curl here a little bit on SLDB. May just look for like a smaller size position on SLDB. And look for a smaller size position here for this dead cat bounce setup. I kind of gave you that warning, dude, so I have to ban you there. I did give you a warning to keep it stockulated. And I did enter, guys, SLDB 329. They get in there at that 329 mark. Looking for this dead cat bounce setup. Just looking for that dead cat bounce setup. Nothing huge. Look at that TRNX. TRNX. Look at that. That would have been very nice there on TRNX. Just didn't come close enough. Had that 220 line mapped up, and just came very close, but not enough there on TRNX. Anyone did cast that short, very nice. And still keeping high alert too on APDN for a possible curl at some point today. So keeping a high alert on that one. You know how crazy 700K float stock can be, so I'm keeping high alert on that one. Watch APDN here coming up, trying to get back over 7 here on APDN. There's a little bit of a scarier play there on APDN. The spreads get so big. TRNX, very nice short there, if anyone caught that one. There we go, SLDB, 340s, here we go. Up about 12 cents here from my entry. Let's see if we get 350s here. Not a bad area to scale some out, especially if you guys are playing that 315 mark. Bass, man, hey, it doesn't take too much to get it going. I mean, if you think about it, we pretty much almost rotated the float, Bass, man. I mean, the float's 700K, almost entered float rotation here. But I definitely agree with you. I'd like to see the volume a little bit better, but it does not take much to get it going. It does not take much at all. Alright, so SLDB, guys, target coming on up. Target coming on up here, coming up to this 350 area. Remember, don't get greedy on a setup like this. You're just looking for a bounce. You're not looking for, a big, supernova move. Nice, Russell. $800 profit. Sick job right there. Yeah, APDN interesting here. Is slowly consolidating right here. Watch it on a $7 reclaim. It could be very fast though. It could be very fast. So watch it here, coming up to 7 here on APDN. So right at 7 here. Made us look for like 500 shares on APDN. Made us look for like 500 shares here on APDN. See if this thing could get, you know, some volume towards it. It's a scary play here in APDN with the spreads like this. Oh, there we go, APDN. Wow. I'm going to look to get out there on APDN. Let me see. That was a quick play right there. Quick play. I told you guys that'd be a quick one. I told you guys I'd be very quick there. That was a quick scalp for me on APDN. Did get 1,000 shares actually there on APDN. So what I had a 699 average there on APDN. Man, that play was very quick right there. Let's see, it's still holding up here. Still holding that $7 mark. So I did make a total there of $400 there on APDN. Nothing crazy. Quick scalp, but watch it here, guys. It's still holding $7 here. Still holding that $7 mark. And it doesn't, like I said, guys, it does not take much to move, you know, a 700K in float stock. But definitely be careful, guys, because this thing could go as fast as this thing goes up, as fast as it could go on, it could come on down. Oh, there's SLDB, guys. Target met here on SLDB. Not going to get greedy. I'm going to take here. I'm going to look to take here on SLDB. Target met 350s. Not going to be greedy. So good job if anyone got in SLDB. Nice trade there. Oh, stock block, you're in at 650. Very nice. I hope APDN goes parabolic here. He's holding 7 pretty nicely. Let's see if he can get some volume to come on in here. There we go. Here's 770s on APDN. So good job on SLDP too. So far, nice solid morning. 2 for 2 on the day for me. Nice solid trade on SLDB. Had a quick scalp on APDN. Is there a new entry point for APDN? Yeah, it's a little risky getting up here. I can't say, you know, this is a good area to get on in. Good areas to get on in was that dip on APDN. This is kind of where I got in, you know, right here on APDN on this dip here. Got in on this red candle here, you know, 690s. This is a good area too, you know, stock block. I saw he got in right around 650s. Was watching it pretty closely there, but I was just monitoring too much at once. Couldn't give a close attention to the tape there, but I was keeping an eye on it. You know, it was just in my SLDB trade. So yeah, nice one on APDN right here. And I'll obviously show you guys my entries and exits. I'll post it over in Discord chat once the stream ends. Show you guys, you know, I'm being transparent here. I'm not just making this stuff up here. If you guys want, I'll show you the P&L also. And there we go. There's $8 on APDN right there. So very nice. Very nice play. Wow, look at that. 840s. You guys are killing it here, APDN. Anyone in on this play right now? Yeah, I was just looking for a quick scalp there in APDN. Wasn't being greedy. I was taking profits pretty quickly there in APDN. But regardless, you know, nice overall trade for anyone who's on in. Nice stock block you're in. Sick job, man. Here we go. Finally, guys. This is what I love to see. This is what I love to see. I love to see this low float action. Makes me happy seeing these plays, run on up. This is the market that I like to, trade in. This is the market I like to excel in. Now, stock market still holding along off 650. Wow, chuck in at 650 out of 8. Nice job. This is awesome, guys. Good thing. I hope you guys took there on SLDB. That's why I told you not to be greedy on that one, too. We got our target. We got that 350 target. And you can see now it's coming back on down. So make sure you guys aren't being greedy on these type of dead cat bounce plays. Yeah, greedy Casper, yeah. Yeah, I got in like 690s there on what's it called, on APDN, like upper 690s, and I was out at 740s there in APDN, so captured about 50 cents. But hey, I was being disciplined, wasn't being greedy. Still waiting for that market condition to change. But hey, anyone being patient, letting your winners run here in APDN, definitely paying on off. Definitely paying on off here. Yeah, Casper, definitely was a quick play there. Definitely was a quick play there on APDN. I did tell you guys that it's going to be a very quick one. I was very small size. I was almost at the minimum size I take for a trade. Only 1,000 shares. But still, it captured 50 cents. Can't complain. Captured 50 cents. SLDB, nice little base hit trade for me too. Yeah, stock block. I feel you, man. Not a setup. You could have loaded on up. I mean, it was so thin. It was so thin. That's what I'm saying. The spreads were huge too. So I'll be honest. Definitely a little bit of a scary play there in APDN. Definitely a scary play. That's why I was taking profits pretty quickly on that one. I made 50 cents. I was in smaller size. Definitely not a trade to, load up, 4 or 5,000 shares by no means. So, you're doing the right thing, guys, by taking profits. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what I'm expecting here in APDN. I mean, we'll see. I'm definitely thinking we're going to see some sort of gap up, maybe 850s, but I think we're going to see some sort of pullback, to be honest, guys. If I had to make my predictions, I'd say we gap up like 830s, 840s, maybe 850s, and I honestly think we're going to have a some sort of big pullback here. I mean, I could be wrong. No one knows. Those are just my predictions, so that's what I'm expecting to see here on APDN. So we'll see. You guys are saying 953. Solid play too in AMRN. A lot of nice plays off the watch list this morning. A lot of nice plays off the watch list. Everything working out per plan. TRNX, nice short into, nice weak open there. Into the pops short, just didn't get target. AMRN, nice little washout off 19. SLDB, nice higher low pattern for a dead cat bounce setup. And we said keep a close eye on APDN for some possible volume towards it. So, very nice day so far. Very nice day. Not the biggest day profit-wise for me, but still pretty happy with my overall trading. All right, we're open here. Here we go. 850 right there, 850. So let's see here. Oh, there's 880s. 880s there. Spreads are pretty big here, though. Definitely not a bad idea, guys, to lock in here. Don't get overly greedy. This thing could definitely come back on down. It could easily come back on down. Maybe if you have, 1,000 shares, not a bad idea to lock in maybe like 500 shares. Maybe let the rest run if you guys really like it for some more upside. We'll see here. It's holding strong here. It's starting to hold on up here. But the overall tape looking very it's looking a little bit heavier here. It's looking a little bit heavier, but with this float, I mean, anything can happen. Anything can really happen. Look at that second float rotation. We just rotated the float twice now. 1.5 million in volume. You can see here how dead has this float rotation scanner been lately. It's about time something hit this damn scanner, right? Nice Dreambox. All out. Yeah, guys. There we go. I'm all out. There you go. Stock pluck. 650 to 860. Man, that's a sick trade right there, stock block. Enjoy. There we go. It's coming back on down here. We'll see if $8 can hold or not. I hope APDN maybe sets up later on in the day. I mean, I would love for this thing to set up maybe like later on today. If this thing can come back on down, consolidate, maybe break out around like 2 p.m. ish. That'd be nice. Alright, Casper. Smoke time for you. Alright, enjoy, man. Enjoy. Yeah, it's been a fun, solid morning. It's been a fun morning. Alright, so now sub 8 here on APDN. Yeah, hopefully this could spark up the small cap market a little bit, especially the low floats. That'd be nice. I feel like we need to see it, go on a secondary move. It's kind of this first little primary move here on APDN. And wow, this setup, APDN, this looks very reminiscent to a lot of my wash, trap, and squeeze patterns here. If you guys go look at the Discord, this looks very similar to, let me see, which one was it? I think it was like OPTT, I believe. Looks like identical. So look at this, guys. Look at this. OPTT here. Look at this pattern, right? Move on up, consolidated right below VWAP, and moved in. But look at the difference, though. Look at the difference, though, on OPTT. Sorry to show up the scanners. I just want to show you guys this. Look at the volume here. 200, 300K bars. Huge volume. And OPTT was a similar float. This was like 800 or 900K. So imagine APDN with double the amount of volume. Look at the move we got here on OPTT. So remember that pattern there. And now look at today's pattern on APDN. You guys see the similarities here? Almost identical here on APDN. But you could see the difference, just the volume wasn't as great. But overall, very nice move here on APDN. Nice pattern right there. Definitely wasn't a load the boat setup, but nonetheless, still a very nice move on APDN. There we go. Finally a 100% mover in this market. Just hit 100% right there on APDN. Appreciate it, Dreambox. Yeah. Carlos, appreciate it, man. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the video, drop a thumbs up. That's all I ask. Just drop a thumbs up. For anyone new watching this, we do this live every single day, Monday through Friday. Do have a Discord chat. Volume's down below in the description. Hopefully, Stock Fog. That'd be awesome. We hit 20 bucks. Oh man, that would get me fired up. Nothing I love more than seeing a big time runner. Only a few things more in this world that gets me more hyped up than a low float runner. Let's go. There we go. 920s here in APDN. Here we go. There's $9 right there. Appreciate it, guys. 40 likes. Thank you, guys. So we'll see how high this could go in APDN. We'll see how high this could go. Hard rejection right there, back at 8. These are some good signs, guys. These are some good signs for this market. Definitely think we needed something like this. Could be good things to keep coming for this market. Stock buy, yeah, 100%, guys. No one should be buying up here. No one should be buying $8, $9. These are not buying areas at all. I hate saying it, but you kind of deserve to lose here a little bit if you're buying at $9. Yeah, I don't like seeing anyone lose, but if you're buying a $9 breakout here, you're pretty much asking for it. You're pretty much asking for it buying here at $9. James, yeah, I did get an APDN. I got in at 690, like upper 690s on APDN, and I sold at like 740. So I didn't, by no means did I have a big winner on it, but I still had a winning trade on it. So I can't complain. The spreads were huge. The volume was a little light, so I didn't load the boat on it. So I was happy with my 50 cents. I'll take it. I'll take a 50-cent play there on APDN. I know Stockblock killed it. He traded it awesome. He had a nice winner on it. Exactly, a winner's a winner. I captured 50 cents. Can't complain. I also had a nice trade on SLDB. SLDB got in around this 320, 328 mark. Put in a higher low here, and I was selling here 350s on SLDB. So I made just over $1,000 today. Just over $1,000 today on SLDB and APDN. Yeah, I mean, James, yeah. 50 cents is obviously very nice, but I mean, I was in very small. I was only in 1,000 shares. Only in 1,000 shares. It's not like I had 4 or 5 thousand shares on the play. It was quick though. I mean, when this thing shot up on this candle right here, it was very fast. I didn't even have time to throw limit orders out. I just hit I just smashed the bid. Hotkey right out there. Awesome, Chris. You caught SLDB also. Nice. Yeah, Casper. It was literally like 7 seconds. I mean, I could go back and check, but it was literally like 7 8 seconds. It was a fast trade. And TRNX, this pop right here, guys, this is a no short right here on TRNX. I know it's popping here, but on the day two setup, when you see this type of setup here, this is a no touch setup. So you got the initial morning pop, nice. Maybe it doesn't hit your lines, or it does, but when you get this trapping action here, puts in a higher low and breaks view up on the highest volume candle of the day. This is very trappy here on TRNX. This is a node short, when you see something like this. This is the ideal thing you see on a day two setup, a morning pop on weak volume. But when you get this action like this, this is something you want to avoid on the day two setups for the short side. Yeah, if Dreambox and Stockblock, you guys ever want to hop on the stream, you're more than welcome to. Just DM me. Yep, APDN did have news. We went over that in pre-market. So you got a lot of you guys hop on. A lot of you guys hop on, later in the day. I start around 9:10, so I want to see more of you guys here in the pre-market analysis. I mean, the pre-market analysis was pretty spot on this morning on a lot of these plays. I was calling out APDN when it was at $5. I was saying, watch this. If it get any sort of volume towards it, 700K float stock. So make sure you guys are here a little bit earlier during the pre-market analysis. Wow, it's 10:07. This day flew by. This day flew by. It's already 10:07. Wow. Hey, time flies, right, when you're having fun. SNCR. No, SNCR, this is a fader. This was a nice gap and crap setup. This is a nice gap and crap setup. The gap and crap setup revolves around, you look for the gap and crap setup when you have a hot play. Everyone forgets about the other play, SNCR, was forgotten about because all eyes were on APDN. And just, lack of volume, lack of follow through comes in here. And it goes on a nice little fade. This was a nice one right out of the gates on SNCR. If anyone caught this one on the short side. No, Casper, this one wouldn't meet criteria for that setup. Just gonna have a lot of longs bagged here. A lot of longs are gonna be bagged here, in my opinion, on SNCR. The float's not low enough, in my opinion, to maybe reclaim and squeeze. It's possible, but I'll be a little bit more cautious on this one on SNCR. But in terms of risk reward, 480, not bad. I mean, if you're risking 7 cents to maybe sell back at 5.10. It's not bad, but getting up 520s, 530s, I just don't see it. TRNX. This looks so similar to another. This looks so similar to the setup, doesn't it? How similar does this setup look? Was this yesterday in the morning? Or am I? Look at this. That looks so similar to the setup on TRNX. Man, that's crazy. Look at that. That morning setup, so identical. That's actually scary. But yeah, shorts are going to get blown out. I told you guys on this one that when you see this type of trapping action here, just avoid on the short side. It's just going to give you a lot of trouble. I mean, I know we're going to have a lot of prior day resistance, but I just seen this over too many times to get, burnt on it. Just seen it too many times to get burnt on it. On this day 2 setup, this trapping action, breaking above view up on high volume. This is not what I want to see when I'm looking for this setup. Be going for the short, good luck to you. I hope you kill it. 240 is going to be, if you do the volume profile, 240 is going to be a lot of prior resistance from yesterday. Yeah, we're heading into zombie hour too. It's almost 10:30. Oh, here's APDN coming back on up, coming up to $9 here. You guys see what I mean by trading float rotation stocks? See here the float rotated. There's high demand on this play, and you can see the range and nice volatility we have on it. So very important to look to trade stocks. If you're a long bias trader, I mean, for small caps, that's the number one thing you want to look for. You want to look for float rotation, and that's what we're getting here on APDN. Once again, tough rejection there at $9. Definitely a seller here at $9, guys. Definitely a seller here at $9. That's twice now we rejected hard here at $9. So you can see we had this massive rejection here from 920 back down to 8. Once again here, just at this 890 area, back at 8. So definitely a seller here at $9. Yep, just as Casper said, it's when volume rotates the float. So we have APDN 750K in float stock. You can see we almost done 3 million on the day, so we've almost rotated 4 times. It's right here. See, 381%. So It says I have the scanner custom made here. It shows it's almost rotated 4 times here on APDN. Just goes back to supply and demand. We have a lot of demand here on APDN this morning. Exactly, the entire flow changes hands. You're filtering a lot of buyers and sellers out. Hey, Lavinia, what's going on? How's your trip, Lavinia? I know you said you were on a cruise right now. So you getting a connection on that cruise? Yep, we're having it's a pretty exciting morning, Lavinia. Where it looks like small caps are starting to heat up. APDN up about 100% this morning. We had some nice trades on it. I'm 2 for 2 in the day. So we're all having a good time here, and I hope you're having a good time too on your trip. Yeah, St. Thomas. Yeah, that's awesome. Enjoy. Nope, Dreambox. No shares available on APDN. No shares available for me. Sean Oliver, how do I find the float rotation column and trade ideas? It's custom made. It's custom made. You can send them an email and ask them if you could get the float rotation. I mean, they may have updated it now. I haven't checked in a long time, so it's possible it could they may have updated it. But I mean, when I made this, it was all custom made. And big salute to you guys today in chat. Much love today. 60 likes on the video. Really appreciate it. Guys on Discord talking about DRX. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of traders talking about DRX. I mean, maybe the news is really good on it. To be honest, I haven't even checked. I thought this was an offering. I apologize once again. I thought this was an offering. I saw this thing drop from 220 to like 135. I mean, seeing something like that and it's not an offering is kind of sketchy. Maybe some big hands unloading, but I for sure thought this was an offering. But hey, nice reclaim back over 2 now on DRX. I mean, float's a little bit out of my liking, 155 million. But maybe the news is something special there. I haven't looked at it though. House of Stocks, 849 to 870, small gain, nice. But yeah, definitely. I would be nervous too buying up here at $8. You want to make for some sort of pullback. I would say if I had to map up the lines here on APDN, the only way I'd replay APDN, the only way I'd replay this thing if we get some sort of pullback and we're still holding on up into lunch, maybe into like 2 p.m. through 2:30ish, and we set up around there, I could be taking a possible afternoon trade. So make sure you guys are over in Discord chat. I may look for a possible afternoon trade on APDN. Here we go, another 9 test. So let's watch the tape here, guys. Watch the tape here. The last 2 times we got over 9, we got slammed really hard. So let's see here. So let's watch the tape. You want to see the bids hold above 9. Not really a strong breakout here, but then again, the float's so low, so I mean, it doesn't take much. Usually, coming up to the high day break here, kind of expecting to see a little bit more as far as volume-wise, but still doing its thing here. Still doing its thing, it's the power of the low float here. So I'm going to map out this $8 line. OPGN possible sympathy. There's 950s. So there's 950s here on APDN. Man, this thing's just being a beast this morning. I don't know if we're going to get that afternoon play, guys. It may just keep going on up here on APDN. May just keep going on up here. I mean, guys, if you have to, maybe close it up. Your broker, do not chase here at 960s, if you think you have the urge to buy here, 970s, 980s, you gotta refrain from it. This is how you blow up your accounts. What I tell myself is, hey, Nick, you had a green trade on it. Even if I didn't, let's say I didn't even trade it. Let's say I did not trade APDN today, right? I'd still be excited because this is gonna spark more plays to come. Up 120% here on APDN. This is gonna spark up the low float market. This is what I was saying in pre-market before I even heard about APDN. This is what we need. We need a low float stock to go parabolic, and APDN, starting that trend. And it looks like we are halted here once again at 10.11. So what a freaking play here on APDN. Absolute madness this morning. Wow, Leroy in at 819, out at 934. Killing it. Let's go. I love to see this. Love to see this, guys. Look at this, entering our 5th rotation coming on up here in APDN. So this thing just turning the float over and over again. You guys can see the demand here. And yeah, sometimes it's going to happen, guys. Sometimes that's going to happen. You're going to miss that first initial play. You may miss that first initial play, but it's going to spark a lot more, and you'll be ready for the next one, right? I'll be honest, guys, I kind of feel like I missed out a little bit too. I was in at 690, out selling at 750. I kind of feel like I missed out too, but I'm just excited for what's to come now from this play. Stock blocks calling 20. All right, we'll see, man. We'll see if we get that $20 mark. I mean, that would be crazy. We hit $20. Oh man, happy trader. I hope you're not chasing. Yeah, if anyone in right now, anyone in. I mean, if you guys still in, from $6, I mean, you guys are going full blown hero mode right now. Full blown hero mode right now. All right, so we have our second hold here. We'll see what happens on this unhold. Casper, you're saying it's going to gap up to 11. I could see that. I could see a pretty nice little gap here on APDN. Wow, Carter still in from 7? Man, what a beast. What a beast. Yeah, sometimes we see the market makers play games. One time I was in a halt and the market makers, the price was at like $5 and the market makers were like putting the bids at like 25 cents. I was so scared. It was at 25 cents for like a good few minutes. I'm like, oh man, what's going on here? So they play, sometimes you see like games being played there. Just trying to correct the order book. So we'll see on this resumption here. Definitely interested to see where we go from here. What's the best charting platform? I would probably say Thinkorswim, in my opinion. Thinkorswim has a really nice charting platform. I use E-Trade. I'm just so used to it. I've been using it for over 3 years. So just so used to it, I can't get away from it. Yeah, AMRN has been a solid play. Very solid play on AMRN. All right. A little bit of a gap down there. We'll see. Look at that. The washout halt. Got the washout halt and the move right back on up. Used to see those all the time. We would gap down on the halt and then jet right back on up. Quick little washout long right there off that $10 line. So nice back at 1140. So very nice here in APDN. Man, my entry looks so far away from here. Oh man, looking at that 690 entry, looks so far away from here. Yeah, there's no resistance at all. No resistance at all. You can see this daily chart just doesn't trade any volume. Look at like the highest volume day here. I think Stockblock mentioned it. The highest day was like 300K or something like that. So, the sky's the limit here on APDN. So it does not look, unless something crazy happens, does not look like we're probably going to get an afternoon play. I mean, this thing's up pretty high here on APDN. But we'll see. Even if we don't, I'm honestly so excited for tomorrow morning too. I want to see what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Hopefully get some sort of pre-market action or some type of low float action again tomorrow. Because we all got to be ready. All got to be ready. This thing's definitely think it's going to heat up this market. All right, Casper. Nice call out. You did call out that resumption pattern. I did see that. What's that blue indicator on your daily? That's the 50-day moving average. 50-day. Steve, they have put options for this thing? Usually they don't. Very rarely will penny stocks have options. Especially low market cap ones. Usually the only ones that have options are the high market cap ones. So I kind of doubt this thing has options. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I hope the next play we have isn't too spread crazy like this one. Hoping we have a little bit tighter spreads, but still, regardless, nice action. All right, so I'm gonna map out some more lines here. So kind of looking at this $9 line next, maybe. Yeah, kind of. If you guys are really interested, I'd probably say you have to look. Maybe wait till more that $9 mark. That was that mark that we struggled to get over. So previous resistance gonna act as new support, and then we're gonna have 10. So these are our levels here. Those are the new lines here. All right, Casper, not a bad idea, man. And I feel you, not a bad idea. I did mention that before. That applies to anyone. If you guys feel like you're gonna may have to, if you have the urge that you may want to buy up here, you better off closing up the broker. Better off closing it up. I wouldn't say like I'm immune to FOMO. I mean, I feel it, but I mean, I just don't even. No, the thought does not cross my mind to buy up here at all. Like the thought does not cross my mind at all. So, I don't know. I guess I've been doing it for so long, and I preach to you guys every day these things. So I'd be a hypocrite, if I was buying up here. I would never. Always stick to your setup, stick to your rules, stick to your patterns. Like I showed you guys the pattern on APDN. I brought her up on the Discord. I showed you guys this is the wash trap and squeeze pattern, and I showed you an example of a previous trade I took on OPTT, and I showed you the similarity. At the morning push, the washout consolidated below VWAP, held the support line at the 650 area, broke VWAP on strong volume, and this first 1 minute candle on a pullback is a good entry area. Yes, you guys helped me too. Couldn't let down 200 viewers, can't let you guys down. Let me see. SFET, not a good stock at all. This is SFET is a toxic ticker, so would not touch that one. SFET. There's $12. $12 on APDN. Exactly, Rick. You guys just wait for your lines. You wait for your lines. I have a $10 line mapped up here. I would say the better line would be $9. So maybe look around that $9 area if we ever get there at some point today. Is that actually real, Casper? SFET is named the unsafe group. Yeah. Oh no, safety group. Yeah, they should put a UN right there on SFET. What's the next resistance on APDN? You're gonna have obviously have the higher day, $12. You're gonna have a lot of natural lines too. But I'm looking as far as the daily. Maybe you have this mark here, mental area. 15 is also gonna be a strong mark too. But just a lot of just the whole dollars. Every 25 cents is a natural resistance line. So you're gonna have 12.25, 12.50, 13. But I would say more like 15 is gonna be really strong, and then you may have this mark here. Man, I'm pretty exhausted now from all this excitement here. Pretty exhausted right now. Let's see. APDN. Oh, sorry about the scanners. APDN coming on up. Still holding on up. Haven't gotten any like true strong pullback yet. Haven't gotten that pullback yet. I'd say the next time, you look to get in, it'll probably be, more around later on today in the afternoon. You gotta hope for some sort of pullback, maybe back down to this $9 area. So, the higher it goes here, the further away from our lines here. And pullbacks are healthy too. Accumulate some more short sellers, especially if we could ever reclaim our lines and move back on up. Annie, April, yeah, definitely be a little careful there. Definitely be careful. If you're looking for a quick scalp, up a dollar per share here, not a bad idea. If that was your game plan, looking for a quick scalp, because this thing could easily drop 2 points. This thing could definitely drop 2 points with ease back down to 10. Yeah, not bad. 11 to 12, not bad at all. A dollar per share. All right, Casper, you're FOMO. I hope you didn't say you're FOMOing now. Maybe you meant you're smoking now. I hope that's what you mean, Casper. I hope you're not FOMOing right now. But anyways, yeah, have a great day too, Casper. It was a fun one. Yeah, I think it's an incoming seller alert. Meets there, I agree with you. Incoming seller alert on APDN. Nice. Got it in at 10, sold at 11.75. Nice green streak after 3 red days. All right. Nice job, Caesar. And if you guys made some nice profits, post over in profits chat on the Discord. Love seeing your you guys' profits down there. Man, how high is this gonna go on APDN? No pullbacks. No pullbacks at all. I'm already so exhausted, APDN. Can you give us a break here, APDN? Can you maybe pull back a little bit? It's alright, APDN. They have a little bit of a pullback. How much we up now on APDN? Almost 200%. So there we go, guys. Almost a 200% runner here on APDN. This is what we needed. This is what we needed to heat up this market. 200% runner, and the market gave it to us today. Yep, officially 200% runner here on APDN. What a freaking day. I must have been maybe it was a buy alert meets there. It must have been a dog buy alert. He saw the incoming volume coming. Yeah, laid back. I wouldn't recommend messing with the night bot. Yeah, I'd probably die from a heart attack. Dreambox if I had 10k shares at $5. It looks like we're halted again here. Oh my goodness, APDN, what are you doing to us this morning? Jeez. This is insane. Oh man, I hope you guys aren't chasing in Discord either. I see some people buying shares. Hope no one is buying here on APDN. Just be disciplined, be patient, wait for a pullback, and just know that this is gonna obviously heat up this market. I'm definitely expecting to see some more low floats throughout the week. So just wait for tomorrow. No reason to blow up your account, just because you missed a play. Josephine, yeah, those are my support lines that that I have, and they're really far away looking at them now. Those are the lines I had drawn out. Yep, Chris, I just mentioned that. I definitely think that this is going to heat up the small caps, especially the low float market. I mean, if you guys have studied, I mean, I've done this for over 3 years now, and I would say almost all the time we usually see, follow up sympathy momentum. Think about it. When we saw SES, this is the most recent example. We saw SES. What did we see come on right after SES? We saw BIMI. BIMI ran huge. You guys can see it's the same day, same exact day, and the following day we saw our BNGO. We saw our BNGO run Right after that, a few days after, and then we saw a WWR run also. So you guys can see we saw one runner spark four more massive runners. So it just shows you, like, psychologically, what does it bring? A big runner. I think about it from a psychological standpoint. It brings in traders who are maybe, in, the bigger cap markets, maybe like, oh, small caps are hot, let me move back to small caps. It also brings, brings a lot of traders like us who have been sitting on the sidelines for a long time. They're like, all right, market's heating on up, I'm going to look to trade tomorrow. It also brings in that FOMO aspect. You have a lot of, maybe rookie traders, newer traders, like, oh, yesterday, huge runner. I'm going to look for today's play. I'm going to look for today's play. I'm going to look for today's play. So it kind of brings that excitement, back into the market, just from a psychological standpoint. That's kind of what's going on here. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, usually this is a great time. Usually it's the hottest time historically. The fall, the winter, usually the hottest months. Yeah, I usually say from like October to like February are the hottest months for small cap trading. So we're kind of in this prime few months here. November, December, January. These are like the prime 3 months. All right, Ricky redrew 12 and 10. All right. I'm still looking at that $9 mark. See some maybe some sort of big pullback. Maybe heading into lunch hours. How did I know APDN was going to take off so fast? I mean, look at the float. I mean, it's a 700K float. The spreads were very thin. I mean, excuse me. The overall price action was very thin. The spreads were big. Had SSR on. So looking at those factors, I kind of was able to imply that it was going to be a very fast play here on APDN. No one knew it was going to run this high. No one knew it was going to run this high unless, Stock Block had some inside info. But no one could have really predicted, it to run the 14, $15. So I didn't know it was going to go this high, but I was definitely expecting it to be like a fast, quick ripper on APDN. Do we just get halted to the downside? Yep, looks like just got halted to the downside on APDN. So this could be definitely change the momentum here on APDN for now at least. First halt to the downside. So let's see if we could get some sort of pullback here on APDN. Like I said, I won't really be interested. I won't be looking for anything. Probably it's like 1 p.m. guys. Probably hopping off the stream maybe at like 11ish, or maybe like another 15 more minutes. Relax for lunch hours. I'll watch it throughout lunch and see where it's at around like 1:30, 2 p.m. That's when we see a lot of afternoon plays happen, right around that 2 p.m. time. So I'll be looking to see where it's at around that time, and I could possibly be looking for an afternoon trade on it. SLDB still holding on up. SLDB going for the highs here. All right, so guys, it is 10:50. I usually go to around 11 if it's a hot day. So I'll probably give it another 12 minutes because today was a hot day. So if you guys have any questions, for the last 10 minutes here, you guys could ask. Hope everyone enjoyed today's stream. Today was an absolute blast. Whether you traded or didn't, green day or red day, still an overall good day for this market. Let's see. Veronica, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. How did you find APDN? Was it on your pre-market watch list? I was actually just clicking around. If you go back and watch the live stream replay, I actually just saw it hitting the scanners. I'm like, oh, APDN, 700K float here. Let me check this one out. And then I checked it, saw there was news on it, and then I added it to my watch list. I said, guys, 700K float here, reverse split, SSR on, almost 30% held by insiders. Let's keep this on watch today. At the time, it had basically no volume, but I said watch for some volume to come in on APDN. Let's see, Lavinia, did you see my DM? Yeah, I did see you message me, but I usually answer DMs right after the live stream. Usually I get a few of them during the live stream, but I usually answer them after. So once this ends, Lavinia, I'll get right back to you. Stockbot, you know what causes tickers to trade choppy the entire move? Algos? No, usually algos, they won't usually have that large spread towards it. I noticed that algo is more of tight bitted plays. If I had to guess, I don't think there's an algorithm on APDN in my opinion, based off the tape. I'm not really sure. Why it have such large spreads. I guess it's just a overall very thin name. Probably trades very low average volume. Let me see the average volume that it trades. Yeah, see the average volume is like 28,000. So when you get these really low average volume plays, they usually have massive spreads. Like, what's another one that probably has? So like, let's see, like something like OPHC. Like this is another one under 1 million in float. OPHC average volumes about the same. So let's see the spreads on this one. So you could see, I know no volume traded, but you could see 40 cent spreads. Similar setup, similar in the float, similar in the average volume. So usually when we see very low floats with low average volume, they tend to just have bigger spreads for whatever reason. Just not a lot of people trading it, on a daily basis. Oh, Lavinia just read your message. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Doesn't get better than that. Making making almost $400 while laying down on the beach. It doesn't get much better than that. Great job. Definitely be careful trading on the phone. Definitely be careful trading on the phone, especially on these low floats. But enjoy the profits. All right, so 7 more minutes, guys, and I'm gonna wrap up today's live stream. For anyone late tuning on in, I did have 2 trades. I did trade APDN, made about $500 on that one, and I did trade SLDB, made about 600 there, so a little bit over $1,000 on the day for me. Keeping this green streak going. Yeah, Meatster, trading's just a lot better when we have big runners. Just a lot more exciting, a lot more fun, a lot more to talk about. Definitely agree with you there. So this must be a 10-minute halt, right? Got halted at 10:46. Yep. So it looks like we'll be opening in the next minute here. So we'll see these last 4 minutes. What APDN's gonna do here. Chris, what do you think of apps for a swing? Let me see. Nice little pattern here. Nice little. Yep, you see that cup and handle pattern there on apps. It's kind of a little bit risky. You're buying. It looks like it's at like the 52-week high here on apps. So I kind of like buying stuff. I like buying stocks that are in the lower right hand corner that are just moving on up. So like kind of down here, it's just moving on up. So not a setup that I like to play. Kind of buying at these all time highs here, but maybe you could see some volume come in at the highs. Let's see. Open on up here on APDN. Let's see. So I'd like to see APDN come on down a little bit. I'd like to see us come on down. Maybe set up for an afternoon play. So we'll see. We'll see what happens these last few minutes here. But I'm gonna wrap it up in the next 3 minutes, guys. So if you have any last, final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, anything, just feel free to ask. Yes, music bear. Low float does equal good. Low float does equal good. Annie April made $200 on APDN. Enjoy. Nice job. All right, Stockball. I'll catch you later, man. See you in chat. Chris Hansen, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Salute to everyone in chat today. A lot of love shown today. 72 likes on the video. I'm pretty sure it's the highest amount ever received. So, much respect to you guys. Yeah, we all did it. We all had a great. All of us had a great. Excuse me. I'm kind of tired from all this action. Yeah, we all had a great day today. Like I said, even if you didn't trade today, this is just good signs. Just good signs to come for this market. So if you missed out, don't feel bad, because I'm telling you, this is going to heat up this market. Even myself, I do feel like I missed out a little bit too. Walking away with a small green on APDN, but I'm just looking forward for what's in store next. It's all fun and games until the Nightbot steps in. And Nightbot's a buzz killer around here. All right, seeing a lot of you guys hop off, so I'm probably gonna end it here. It is 11. I'm gonna end it here. Just so much fun today. Absolute madness this morning in the small cap market. APDN ran 200%. 2 for 2 in the day for me. Made just over $1,000 on the day. I'll be watching APDN throughout the morning, maybe for a possible afternoon play. If not, I'll just be sitting in cash and seeing what the market presents us tomorrow morning. Hopefully some more low float action. So that's going to be it for me today. I hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream. And we'll be back at it again, first thing tomorrow morning. So I'll see you all then. Peace.